Welcome back to the action right here at the Barrie Elks Lodge at Barrie, Vermont Wrestling fans, as Green Mountain Wrestling's third annual St. Patrick's Day celebration continues to roll on. What I'm talking about, Shamrocks and Headlocks 2026. My name is Peter DeLonge. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Green Mountain Wrestling YouTube page. If you haven't already, click like and hit subscribe and keep up to date on all of our content uploads. Coming down to the ring right now, making her grand return. Did I just see someone do a 6-7 in the crowd? Making her return to Green Mountain Wrestling, the final girl herself, the Scream Queen, Vile, has made it back to the Green Mountains of Vermont. Last time she was here, she went up against Elle Valentine. She came up short, however, she impressed management enough to be asked back. I don't know if is she impressed management or is she intimidated management, but regardless, she is back to get a win under her belt here at Green Mountain Wrestling. But her opponent is someone with a bigger box to check off. The Cotton Candy Princess has made it to Green Mountain Wrestling. Made it to Barrie, Vermont. Tiffani Avatar, in her original Green Mountain Wrestling debut, suffered an unfortunate injury. However, she's recovered to 110% and is back to right the wrongs. She wants to do everything and more that she had planned last year, and now she has that chance in front of the crowd here at Barrie, Vermont. Tiffani Avatar going up against Vile tonight, two incredibly popular and incredibly talented individuals facing off. And this is only the second matchup here. What a stellar stacked card we have tonight. And this one is going to possibly reshape the landscape of the women's division here at Green Mountain Wrestling. Well, let's kick it over to Tony Morse for the opening announcements.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And is brought to you by CW Creative, a personalized, local, print, graphic, and web design service. CW Creative has everything you need to grow your business, online or offline. CW Creative, an award-winning, women-owned, boutique creative agency.
Oh, yeah!
Introducing first, in the corner to my right, from Gary, Maine, she is Satan's sister, Vile! And her opponent, hailing from Candyland, she is 100% sweet bliss. She is your favorite princess, the Cotton Candy Princess, Tiffani Avatar! Your referee for this contest is Adam Brunton.
I'm thinking Adam Brunton should maybe dye his beard the same colors as Tiffani Avatar's hair. I think it would look spectacular. My opinion only, of course.
Check that twice. I only have one left. Check it twice. There's a lot of room in there. What are you standing for? I'm ready.
And here we go, matchup underway. Of course, before we get going, we got to make sure we get a quick shout out to our tag team partner for this matchup, none other than CW Creative. Once again, sponsoring the action here at Green Mountain Wrestling and independent wrestling in the great state of Vermont. Thank you so much once again to CW Creative. Tiffani Avatar blocking some shots and sending them back to Vile, but Vile turning it around and going for the throat here. Most certainly showing her true colors here. The competitor going for the hair, going for the choke. That's Vile, folks. The Tiffani Avatar not backing down, talking some serious trash. Very nice takedown on Vile. A Cotton Candy Princess now in control with that arm drag. Vile is set for a ride. Off the ropes now. Double knees to to the back.
It's Princess
Avatar from across the way now, getting ahead of steam. Forearm into the corner, gets the headlock. Big bulldog right to the middle, goes for the cover now. No. 2 count only, kicks out. Vile still in this. But Avatar, most certainly wanting to make this, oh no! Make this her true debut, but Vile wanting to cut that off at any expense.
Now I'm in charge. You're booing me?
You know, Vile may have had a defeat at the hands of Elle Valentine the last time she was here, but there's a lot of things that bring people back to a company. Sometimes it's their connection with the crowd. Sometimes it's their favorable win-loss record. You know, of all the things, Vile has multiples of those, but she's got the added being terrifying. If I wouldn't want to be in management when she asked to be brought back. I wouldn't be able to say no either. She gets under your skin. Pulling Tiffani Avatar up, sends her to the corner. Shoulder into the midsection now, rolls through, putting some distance in between her and her opponent. The Scream Queen coming in, but Avatar out of the way just in time. A chop across the chest. Double knees across the chest, sending her crashing down. Both legs hooked, but not enough. Vile able to kick out. Checking with referee Adam Bruntons. Catches the clothesline, turns it around. Quick tackle, takes her down, goes for the cover. No.
Do you know how to count, ref? Do you know how to freaking count?
Tries it again, another 2 count. Vile not satisfied with the first 2, go for a third. Relentless she is. The Derry, Maine native. Wanting to make sure everybody floats here in Green Mountain Wrestling. Knee to the midsection, off the ropes, Avatar. Oh, catches her, turning her around. Into a spine buster. Very close to the ropes, but Vile able to kick out. Cut off the momentum by Vile, allowing her to get a little bit of a moment of respite, some recuperation, which is exactly what Tiffani Avatar needed. Crowd showing their appreciation here. Avatar with the clothesline takes Vile down. Make it twice, catches the clothesline, turns her around, knees to the face. And a cutter, takes Vile down, now goes for the cutter. And 2 7/8 there on that one. Referee Adam Brunton in the perfect position, making sure to see those shoulders. Calls it a 2 count. Avatar sizing Vile up. Vile out of the way. Sends her to the corner. Tries to stop him with a World of Sports moment. Oh! Ow! Vile! Saw it coming and rolled her up for the quick pin. What a win for Vile. Tiffani Avatar's moment spoiled by the final girl. As Vile picks up her first win in Green Mountain Wrestling. Caught Tiffani Avatar by surprise. Impressive to say the least. But Avatar not satisfied. And no doubt disappointed, as is much of the crowd.